Deer antler growth, a year of amazing change. Every year, male deer, also known as bucks, undergo a truly remarkable biological process, the growth and shedding of their antlers. It's an annual transformation fueled by hormones and deeply connected to the changing seasons. As daylight hours shorten in the late summer and fall, testosterone levels surge within the buck's body. This hormonal shift triggers specialized cells called osteoblasts to rapidly deposit bone material onto a pre-existing structure covered in skin and blood vessels. This is the antler bud. The antlers grow incredibly fast, often adding up to an inch per day. They're actually living structures during this phase, rich with nutrients and nerve endings. As winter approaches, testosterone levels decrease again. This halts growth, and the antlers harden into bone. Then, in spring, the antlers are reabsorbed back into the deer's body, providing vital minerals for future antler development, a truly incredible recycling system. The incredible growth of a buck's antlers isn't just about bone. It starts with something called velvet. It appears in early spring and is really quite fascinating. Imagine a living skin layer covering the developing antler. This velvet is packed full of tiny blood vessels, like miniature highways, constantly delivering essential nutrients and oxygen to the growing bone underneath. Think of it as nature's delivery service, ensuring these impressive structures develop properly. Without this vital supply line, antlers wouldn't be able to reach their full size and strength. The incredible growth rate doesn't stop there. During antler development, these structures can actually grow up to an inch every single day. That's a truly astonishing feat of biology. To put that in perspective, it's one of the fastest rates of tissue regeneration observed anywhere in the animal kingdom. It's not just bone growing, blood vessels form, nerves develop. The whole structure is built from scratch, incredibly quickly and efficiently. The fascinating process of antler development doesn't end with their initial growth. It moves into what we call the velvet stage. This period typically lasts for about 4 to 6 months and represents a crucial time for the antler's transformation. During this phase, the soft, blood-filled velvet begins to dry out and shed, revealing the hard bone underneath. It's an incredibly energy-intensive process for the deer, requiring a significant influx of minerals. To support this growth, they actively draw calcium and phosphorus from their diet, essentially pulling these essential building blocks directly from the plants they consume. As summer fades and days grow shorter, a remarkable transformation occurs in male deer. Their antlers begin to shed their velvet. This process is driven by dramatic hormonal changes, primarily a decrease in testosterone levels. Initially high throughout the spring and summer growth period, these hormone levels plummet as autumn approaches. This shift signals the antler to stop growing and prepare for shedding its protective covering. You'll notice the velvet drying out, becoming brittle, and eventually cracking. The deer will actively rub against trees and branches, a behavior that helps expedite this process. Finally, with a snap and some frantic rubbing, the velvet detaches, revealing the fully formed antler underneath, a testament to nature's cyclical rhythms. A buck's antlers are more than just impressive headgear, they're a visual roadmap of his life story. The size and shape tell us a lot about his age, the genes he inherited, and how well has been thriving. Generally, as a deer ages, its antlers grow larger and more complex, adding tines or points each year. This growth isn't just about getting bigger, though it reflects overall health. A deer struggling to find enough food or battling disease will likely produce smaller, less symmetrical antlers. Ultimately, magnificent racks signify dominance within the herd and a high likelihood of breeding success. They're basically advertising his fitness. Deer antlers are truly fascinating because they follow a unique growth cycle. Unlike the permanent horns of animals like goats or sheep, deer antlers are actually shed and regrown each year. This process typically happens in late fall or early winter, right after the intense energy expenditure of the mating season. We call that rut. As temperatures drop and food becomes scarce, these impressive structures are naturally lost. But don't worry, they aren't gone forever. Spring brings renewed growth as antlers begin to bud again, fueled by hormones and a rich diet. It's an incredible display of nature's resilience and a vital part of the male deer's life cycle. Antler regeneration isn't just a remarkable feat of nature, it's also incredibly demanding on a deer's body. Think about it, they're essentially regrowing bone every year. This process requires an immense amount of energy, and that means a constant supply of vital nutrients is absolutely essential. Calcium and phosphorus are particularly crucial for building strong, healthy antlers, but deer need a balanced diet rich in other minerals and vitamins too. They're foraging throughout the entire year to gather what they need, from calcium-rich plants to mineral licks, where they supplement their intake. It's a continuous cycle of consumption and growth, all driven by this incredible regenerative ability. Antlers aren't indestructible, they're living bone that can be damaged in a variety of ways. Intense fights between bucks during mating season are common, and these clashes often involve direct antler-to-antler contact. Even accidental encounters with branches or rocks can cause fractures or chips. When an antler sustains significant damage, it can lead to unusual growth patterns next year. These deformities might include splits, bends, or misshapen points. A buck with oddly formed antlers may struggle to impress females. They're a key indicator of health and dominance. Similarly, damaged antlers can hinder a deer's ability to effectively defend its territory against rivals, creating further complications in securing resources and attracting mates. Antler development in deer is far more than just a fascinating display of nature's artistry. It's an incredibly sensitive indicator of overall health and environmental conditions. These structures, made entirely of bone, are unique because they're the only mammalian antlers that are typically regrown annually. The process begins with hormonal cues, primarily testosterone in bucks, triggering the growth of antler buds from pedicles, permanent bony structures on the skull. Calcium and minerals are drawn from the deer's diet to build these antlers, so a deficiency in either can lead to stunted or deformed growth. Observing antler size and symmetry provides crucial clues about a buck's nutrition, age, and even genetic quality within the population. Furthermore, antler abnormalities can signal exposure to toxins or disease, making their study vital for conservation efforts. Analyzing patterns of antler development helps scientists understand how deer populations are adapting or failing to adapt to changing landscapes and climate.